Hey Bun Boys, Brew Protocol Star Resident Season 2 has arrived on CN, and now there's two major hidden buffs for Wildpack Marksman that were not mentioned in the patch note. The patch note did not say anything about class changes, but Marksman got two very significant changes when it comes down to the class. It'll be interesting to see if these buffs made it to Global before we get Season 2, since the original balance patch would deliver to Global early, right? The first major changes is going to be the Wild Call. When you do Wild Call, you RNG summon a boar or a eagle. Now, at the current moment, the eagle is completely useless on Global and actually grieve your damage because it increased your cast speed too much. However, in the new patch, the eagle effect has been changed. Instead, you get a 100% boost of your proton for the next 10 seconds. So what can happen is that if I summon the eagle here, right here, arrow rain, basically bring me to 120. And then my Torrent, let's say I cast it at 40, all the way back to 120 as well. And this gives me so many stacks. I'm able to go from 6 Torrent stacks all the way to 21 stacks instead. Right? And then, I don't know, Ender Eagle, 120. And then you can instantly go back to doing another pump again. And this changes so that you are basically able to cycle way faster, because you're able to get to that 30 stack thresholds very easily, assuming you get the eagles. Right, boom, Lumi Torrent, do this again, right, empty out. The other changes you might have noticed is that Torrent Valley are now no longer affected by cast speed. And keep in mind that the eagle buff lasts outside of your arrow rain as well. So coming out of Proton, when you're rebuilding, you're gonna go much faster, and you can get back to that 120 stack much faster because you get 2x right here compared to usual. And you're able to re-enter Proton a lot faster even without the arrow rain. One of the major issues with Wildpack Marksman is that cast speed is not very good because it affects your Torrent Valley in a negative way. Right now, you can see my cast speed is at 37%, and I start attacking with the haste buff. I move this to like 40%. Someone like Eagle and Bird, this goes to 60%, right? But Torrent Valley is no longer affected by a cast speed. So you can do this and it always lasts 3 seconds. This makes it so that haste is a lot more viable, because the issues before with Wildpack Marksman is that when you build haste, you boost attack speed and cast speed. But when you get too high cast speed, it's not as good, even though the aspect speed could be very good. But now cast speed is no longer a factor, so haste would become a better start on the Wildpack Marksman, because it allows for other things to affect faster without negatively affecting your Torrent Valley. You can see the Torrent Valleys, the cast bar got removed. It's no longer a casting spell. It always lasts 3 seconds, always gives you 3 stacks. And this makes it significantly more consistent. You get to that 30 Lumi Torrent stacks, and you're able to just pump Proton a lot more consistent. There's a final change as well. It's not really a balance change, but it's more just like power creep. Season 2 has a lot of imagis. The one particular imagis that is very interesting is actually going to be this one, the Kitsune, or the Fox, right? This gives pet attack power. It's specifically for your pet, and it also gives pet final damage. Now, I don't really know the math yet. I haven't really seen the math, but I've almost no doubt that this is very likely going to be the new best in slot imagis, and it's going to power creep the other imagi, because 20% pet final damage at T0 is a lot, right? And it also gives pet attack power. And when you're able to get this to maximum, it gives 40 pet final damage, which is insane. So this is the new Season 2 imagis, is very strong. Likewise, we might also want to consider for a SSR imagis. The two SSR DPS imagis, or even the transformation one, are really strong. Obviously, SSR are very expensive, but there are some buff here as well in the sense of power creeping. Either Aurora plus Fox or this guy plus Fox might be really good, because this gives attack speed and cast speed, and again, like, cast speed no longer negatively affect your damage, so that could be very good as well. Either way, the Season 2 imagis are not really a concern right now. I think pushing for the Muku Chef plus 5 is still gonna be worth it for the Season 1 go, especially because they uses different materials. So you can just use the existing materials to push your Muku Chef 5. But with that being said, it'll be very interesting to see if they do end up deciding to ship the balance patch early, since there is supposed to be another major balance patch coming later, and this is more like a small buff, not really a balance patch, and I think this has the potential to come early in Global right now. We don't really know how they ship things. Like they shipped certain thing to global, some things not to global. The Halloween event is one of the things that is shipped on global right now. So that's an example. So with that being said, just giving you guys a brand new heads up of the potential Wildpack Marksman buff coming. We don't really know if it's going to come to global, but it is a new change, and it's a very major, massive change for Wildpack Marksman on the CN server right now. So that's all I have for you guys today. Subscribe as always. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.